Bristol Community College, Mathematics with Dan Avedikian, Math 132, Calculus with Applications, Section 12.4, Problem 11. This is Section 12.4, Problem number 11. We have a function f of x equals e to the square root of x power, and we need to find the derivative of that. So to start the problem off, I want to rewrite the square root. So I'm not going to do any prime yet. Just let me rewrite f of x equals, instead of e to the square root of x power, let me make it e to the x to the 1/2 power. That's the same thing, but now it's going to fit the format that I can deal with. So my function is an exponential function. It is f of x equals e to some stuff. The stuff this time is x to the 1/2. So the derivative will be f prime of x equals stuff prime times e to the stuff. So let's fill that in. F prime of x equals, so stuff prime, the stuff is x to the 1/2 power. So the stuff prime, my exponent of 1/2 comes down in front of the x. So I'll have 1/2 x to the 1 less power. So 1/2 minus 1 is negative 1/2. So if you like, you can write that as 1/2 minus 1 would be 1/2 minus, if you don't see it right away, think of the 1 as a 2 over 2. That's still a 1. Now you have your common denominator of 2, and the top 1 minus 2. That's where the negative 1 came from. You can think of it as negative 1 over 2 or just negative 1/2. That's my stuff prime. 1/2 x to the negative 1/2 power. And then the e to the stuff will just stay e to the x to the 1/2. Now if you want to simplify it, you can put the square roots back in. You don't have to. But if you like, f prime of x equals, well, let me make this 1 over 2x to the positive 1/2. So the x to the negative 1/2 will go back into the denominator, become x to the positive 1/2. And that can be times e to the square root of x again, if you like, instead of x to the 1/2. You don't have to put the square roots back, but if you want to, you can. And then you can simplify it a little bit further. You can make it a fraction. The bottom of the fraction will be this 2x to the 1/2 power, or really 2 square root of x. And the top will be e to the square root of x. That's about as simplified as you can take it down. So f prime of x equals, you have a fraction in the top of the fraction, e to the square root of x power, in the denominator, 2 square root of x.